friends, in this presentation I am going to explain what is the concept of array in Java. So basically array means a collection of similar data types. Suppose you want to group same type of data and you want to address it by using one identifier, then we can use the array concept. In the second point you can see that it is a container object which has same type of data, that is where it is mentioned as homogeneous. So let us see on two real-time examples. We can see in the right side an array of pens, in the left side we can see array of pencils. In the case of an array of pencils, we can see only pencils there, same type of data, but values are different. You can see yellow, orange, red, different colors are there. The values can be different, but when you see that type is same. Like that pens may be in different color, but we still categorize them as pen. So we can call it as an array of pens. Then now we are going to see what is the syntax to declare an array in Java. You can see there are two formats. You can follow either the first one or the second one. So what type of data you want to maintain, that is the first one, data type, followed by set of square bracket, and by using which variable you want to identify that array, that is called identifier. Or you can put the set of square bracket after the identifier. Right to that you can see the examples. We can see what type of data. So if you want to maintain a group of integers, replace the data type by int, then followed by set of square bracket and followed by some identifier, some variable. Or you can put that set of square bracket after the marks. Now you should know one thing, just by declaring, the memory will not be allocated for this array. In C and C++, you may write like this, int marks of 5, then array is declared. Then we can say that the memory is also allocated for that. But here the memory allocation or the array construction is different. You can see in this slide the declaration as well as array creation. In the first line you can see that array is declared, data type followed by set of square bracket identifier, that is just the declaration, and below to that the array is created. So you can see that here this part is meant just to create the array, and here this highlighted part, it is just array declaration. And if you want to create an array, start with new. For what type of array you want to create, that is the data type. Then what is the size of the array? For example, if you want to maintain 5 integers, say that 5. Then this creates an array and it returns a reference to that array. It can be stored in some identifier, and that also should belong to the same data type. See the example here. Here you can see the marks array is declared in the first line as well as the array is constructed in the second line, that is in the right hand side. Hope that you understood. And if we want, we can merge the first two lines, int marks, then marks equal new int 5, that into a single line. See this example. So here the declaration as well as array creation is both are happening in the same line. So which one you are feeling very comfortable, you can follow that syntax. Now we are going to see how can we initialize an array. So here in this slide I declared a marks array as well as the array is created because of new int 5. So it is visualized like this. We have space for 5 integers. where the first one, the leftmost, we can mark it as, or we can identify that location as marks of 0. The next one, marks of 1, marks of 2, marks of 3, marks of 4, it goes like that. So what is that 0, 1, 2, 3, 4? We can call them as positions or index values. 0 represent the position 0 or index 0, that is the beginning of an array. The next 1 means the next position in the array, that is next index. Then marks 2 means the index or position value 2. Now once it is done, we are going to put the first data into the array. So starting from 0th index, we are going to fill it. To address that 0th index, we can say like this, marks of 0 equal 70. And next we are going to fill the second one, that is 80. For that next index, you can represent by marks of 1. So this is the format you have to follow. To locate any position in the array, use the array name. Array name is marks, followed by set of square bracket. Within the set of square bracket, to which position you want to insert the data. Then next some value 75, we can see that. Then next another value 95. Next another value 92. So this is how array is initialized in Java, and this is one type of initializations. So let us quickly see a demo in Eclipse. So I am going to show the demo in Eclipse. There are other editors also. You can surf into NetBeans or IntelliJ IDE. So I'm going to create a new project. You can see file, new, Java project, project name, for example, array demo, some name. I'm using the standard Java standard edition 1.8. Then we can click finish. You can see that the array demo project is created. When you expand it, you can see a folder called as source. Right click over the source folder and now click new, then select class. Now we are going to create a class inside the project. So name of the class, let me say that example1. Then if we want to include public static void main, either you can check it here or you can directly type after the class is created. So I am going to select it, public static void main, click finish. So you can see that the code is generated with main method. So I am going to remove all these things we don't want. So let us declare the array first, int marks. So this is only array declaration. Now we are going to create the array for this marks. So for that, new, what type of array, for how many data you want to maintain, 5. So here only we are creating the array, or we are allocating memory for the array. Then give that reference to marks. So when this line is executed, memory will be allocated in the heap, and that memory reference now it is assigned to marks because it returns that reference of that array. And now we are going to see how will you initialize it one by one. For that, marks 0, that is for the first element. We can say that, for example, 78. Then marks 1, 88. marks 3, 98, marks 4, 77. Now the size is 5 and array index starts from 0, so we can take the index positions from 0 to size minus 1, that is 0 to 4. Now how will you display this array? For that we can use system.out.println. So in Eclipse type sysO and press Ctrl space. It will show you the coding assistant. Select, press enter. Then you can say marks 0. Then you can type marks 1, marks 2. You can see that this part is keep on varying. So introduce a variable I, where I is first value 0, that is initialize I to 0. And now we have to iterate the statement multiple times. While I less than 5, because every time we'll be incrementing the I value. I plus plus. So in the first iteration, marks of 0, then I becomes 1. The second iteration, 2, 3, 4, when it becomes 5, it comes out. Now to run it, right click, run as Java application. You can see the data are displayed. You can see 78, 88. So the one initialization we missed, that is marks 2, it is showing 0. So by default it takes the value 0 if you don't give anything explicitly. So I'm going to give that initialization with some solid values, some marks of 2. So let us say 67. So now let me run it once again. Now we can see that we are getting all the expected values. This is how an array works in Java. And again, it is one-dimensional array. And regarding the 2-dimension or 3-dimension, we can call it as array of arrays. So that we'll be discussing in later sessions. Thank you for watching this.